Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jimmy Pink, and I'm here to watch, I watched it. I'm here to review the final episode before the review and the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. So, once again, I would like to point out that I said that Chi-Chi was going to make the top 4. But spoiler alert, she didn't make it to the top 3. I don't know. This episode was just, you know what it is? And it's actually refreshing to say this, but like we have a top 4 that there's no conflict. Like they all seem to genuinely like each other. They all seem to genuinely get along. They all seem to have become friends. They all even seem to be extremely supportive of each other, which made it very, very difficult to say, yes, I want this person to not make the top 3, at least for me. And for some of the other reviews and things I've seen across the board, it's pretty unanimous that everybody was like, whoever, we don't want to see any of them go. So we get to the challenge, and of course, this is what kills me. At this point, are we still trying to pretend like we don't know what the challenges are going to be? At least like the last, I think the last 4, you always know what it's going to be. It's going to be the makeover challenge. Then it's going to be, we know from Snatch Game. So it's Snatch Game. Well, you always know episode 5 is Snatch Game. Then it goes, Everyone Loves Puppets. And it's a ball. I'm missing one because I'm going off the top of my head, but it's the ball, and then it's we're doing a RuPaul video. Like, I don't know why y'all surprised she bring it to y'all every season. Like, this is the order. What I don't like is editing the person out of the video, but whatever. I don't really have a lot to say about this episode. Everybody's best drag. The only person whose best drag I believe was their best drag was Chi-Chi. And that's because we've seen all season where she struggles financially, and she always was saying she was a cheap queen. So with her, with the full length gown that actually fit and hit the floor, and the buns and everything, and after her, I think that probably is her best drag, which I thought was beautiful, but the judges was reading them for filth. But yet again, do I need to remind y'all of Adore Delano? But I digress. Kim Chi, I mean, like, really, what can Kim Chi do to wow you at this point? Like, every look is phenomenal. So she could have literally worn any look that she wore all season long for her best drag. It didn't matter. Naomi Smalls, I'm like, oh, they didn't want you to wear a bra, so you wore a pantsuit. And Bob wore a sequins jacket and some the grease pants that Olivia Newton-John had on. I wasn't impressed with the final runway, but I was wondering, I'm like, because these bitches is friends, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, did y'all coordinate though? Because why 2 of y'all have on black and 2 of y'all had on pink, and they had y'all on the stage like alternating? And I'm like, y'all bitches planned that, because we seen, if you seen Untucked, you seen where, because I seen that in the thing on the episode, and it looked like they all did the same move on the lip sync, and then I seen in Untucked where they actually planned that. So it's cute that they're all friends, and I think it's good because I think they're all going to be really successful. We already know from RuPaul's Drag Race goes to winners past. Just because you the winner don't mean you're the favorite on the show, and it doesn't mean you get the more expensive bookings or the more bookings, because we hear a hell of a lot more about, say, for example, I hear more about Raven than I do Tyra Sanchez. Like all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So, and Latrice went home in the same position that Chi-Chi did. And everybody loves Latrice motherfucking Royale. Come on. So I think Chi Chi's going to be fine. I think this is going to help her with her financial situation because I think America did fall in love with Chi Chi. I think America was rooting for Chi Chi, and I think that she can, she a Ru girl now. She can get that coin, darling, and she turns the lip sync out. So I don't have to see nobody, her coming to any city and saying Chi Chi DeVane is there, and somebody saying like, nah, I don't need to go see her because I think she will turn the party all day. But I was sad to see her go because she was my favorite this season. Naomi, like, I'm just shocked about Naomi. And I think if Naomi wouldn't have turned the party, Chi would have been in the top 3 because, as I said, like, they love them girls that start out a little bit rocky, but they actually listen to what the judges say. Them bitches get rewarded. They make it a lot further than the other girls, like, every season. And once again, adore Delano. Because let me stop. Or for that matter, Pearl last year. Like, they was always talking shit about Pearl. And all of a sudden, like, she started stepping it up. And, like, that's kind of where I see Naomi at. Like, she had to look the house down. But, she just needed that extra push and got in the bottom. And, like, that's what happened with Pearl last season. And it worked. They love that. Bob and Kim Chi, I think they was in everybody's top 3. I think everybody knew that. It was just that third slot that was up for grabs. I think everybody knew Kim Chi and Bob was going to make it. Here's my thing. And it could be editing shade, or it could really just be, I do feel like these final 3s do be kind of a little bit preconceived, and they kind of do things to get who they want to stay. I'm going to just be honest. And the reason why I say that is, keep it 100 with you. If Kim Chi ever had to lip sync, Kim Chi would not be in the top 3. She's clumsy. She can't walk. She can't, like, and I like Kim Chi. Her looks, I think the house down of any queen that's been on RuPaul's Drag Race, she has had the best looks, complete and utter, just everything, like, flawless, like, fuck a Miss Fang. Like, she was turning the party, like, them looks was phenomenal, creative, amazing. And I think fashion-wise, Kim Chi might be my favorite queen of any season. And usually I'm I usually go for the fishy queens. Like, I like the pageant girls, I like the fishy queens, but, like, I think Kim Chi's actually my favorite of all the seasons. And then I'm going to go ahead and say I think the top 3 was fixed. To a point. And the reason why I say that is, again, if Kim Chi would have ever landed at the bottom, she wouldn't have made the top 3. Because we've seen, the only people she might have would have beat is the 2 girls that got double eliminated. Because I'm still perplexed on what the hell Dax exclamation was doing, and I don't know. But anyway, but she never had to lip sync for her life. And that happens. Bianca never did. You know what I'm saying? Tyra Sanchez never did. Like, which, I said that when we was talking about Thorgy Thor. That's the goal. You don't want to land in the bottom because you can go home. At that point in time, everything else you did is out the window. It's the performance that count. Except for this time. Except for this time. Because you're not going to tell me the lip sync had anything to do with who you was keeping. You're not going to tell me that because Kim Chi, we've seen Naomi, we've seen Bob, we've seen Chi Chi. And we've seen Kim Chi in challenges. Now, they was cutting all over the place so you couldn't really see the lip sync that good. But I think we all know if it would have went by the lip sync in this particular case, it wouldn't be Kim Chi. But this is the finale, and the finale has never gone by the last lip sync of who was going to make the top 3. It's never done that. So, that's understandable. I'm just saying the video. There was no acting challenge in the video, which, you know, Kim Chi don't do that great in acting challenges. She do all right. She do enough to get by. She don't do that great in acting challenges. The choreography was just laying on the box. When they do that, it's always choreography. This is not choreography. You know what I'm saying? And then I think I said that in my last review too. Like, I was like, I highly doubt they're gonna let it be. I was surprised it was all minorities anyway, but I was like, they ain't gonna let the top 3 be all black. That's not gonna happen. I'm surprised they already wasn't getting shit for not really having a big girl. Like I said, the biggest girl they had was Kim Chi, and she ain't really that big. Not to me, not for a 6'4" dude. But anyway, so our top 3 is Bob and Kim Chi and Naomi Smalls. I'm going Team Bob because he said something in his speech that I 100% agree with. And he said, statistically, in this competition, I have done the best. And the person that has done the best should receive the highest reward. And you know what? I agree with that. Because obviously, if you've done the best in the competition, you were the best at the competition. You dig what I'm saying? So as soon as she said that in her speech, I was like, mic drop. Because I'm like, that's it. That's it. Statistically, I have done the best in this competition, and the person that does the best should be rewarded with the highest award. She got that. I do like Naomi, but Naomi is young. Naomi is going to be just fine. Naomi is going to be just fine. Naomi is only 21 years old. And she did turn the party. And I'm not going to say that she does not deserve her spot in the top 3. But I don't think she should be America's Next Drag Superstar. I just don't. I don't see that. And my problem with Kim Chi is just, when you are America's Next Drag Superstar, you now, I'm not quite sure, like back in the day with like Tyra Sanchez and all that, but they go on tour and they're supposed to be an ambassador for drag. And though Kim Chi is gorgeous to look at, and I would love to go see her at like DragCon, or like if it was like just like an event where the drag queen girls was like the drag race girls was gonna be there. But if I had to actually watch her perform, I don't want to see her perform. And you got to go on tour and shit. Like, at least Bianca Del Rio wasn't like the greatest dancer, and she had unorthodox makeup, but she could sew a dress on stage in like 3.5 minutes, which is fucking impressive. Plus, she's a stand-up comedian, and probably between her and Shangela, now I know her, the best comedian that ever did it. Like, as far as a stand-up comedian, like as an insult comic, because Bob, I would go see Bob lip sync. I would go see Bob do comedy. Bob is just it for me. And I think that Bob should be the winner. However, I think Kim Chi is going to win. And I think that's bullshit. Sorry about it. I love her. I love her. I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying, like, I mean, what else you gonna do? You're great to look at. I'd love to like watch you do, like sit down and watch you do like a makeup tutorial and like see your process. Like, I would love all of that. Your backstory is amazing. Hopefully, like, your parents do see how far you come with drag and they accept you, or your mother. But if we talking about the most well-rounded, like somebody I would want to see, somebody that represents all of drag and I would want to see perform, would be Bob. But I'm just going to be honest, outside of Bianca Del Rio, I don't think the person I wanted to win Drag Race has ever won. Let me see, season 1, I wanted Chanel, but she dropped out. I met her too, like she came to Youngstown Pride downtown one year, and she was the guest performer Back then, I was like technologically challenged, so I didn't even have like a smartphone, and so I couldn't take a picture with her. But she had on her Medusa outfit when she performed, and I told her I thought she should have won her season, but that was probably like only when it was only like season 3 going on. I wanted Raven to win season 2. Season 3 was Raja's season. Who else was in Raja's season? Because I didn't want Raja to win. I ain't mad she won, but that's not who I picked. Season 4. Season 4, I think I was actually going for Fifi O'Hara. But like I said, I usually like a different aesthetic of drag. But I wasn't mad that Sharon won because Sharon turned the party. So it was sometimes I was like, oh wait, is that Chad? That's Chad Michaels season, ain't it? Oh no, fuck, I wanted Chad Michaels to win. That's Chad Michaels season. I'm not gonna go through all of them because I can't. I know I wanted Ginger Minge to win last year, and she didn't. I know I wanted Alaska Thunderfuck to win, and she didn't. But I think yeah, like even All Stars, like I love Chad Michael's Mother Dust. She's sickening, but I wanted Raven to win that too. I don't know. I'm just Team Bob, okay? And that's really it. So I do like the fact that like it wasn't bitchy. Like obviously Untucked wasn't all that funny. Wasn't all that fun because there was no shade. But it's nice that it was a competition and the shadiness and the bitchiness was over early in the season so that we can actually just see the competition. So with that being said, go Team Bob, but I don't think I would be 100%. I don't think I would be disappointed this particular. It might be like another situation when it was like Chad Michael season where I would be like, I wanted Bob to win, but I ain't mad at who won, if that makes any sense. Miss Congeniality. Like, I just don't see people are saying Cynthia Lee Fontaine. I'm like, she wasn't there long enough. You can't be Miss Congeniality and you only made it through like 4 episodes. Like, you ain't even get to the point where people started motherfucking snapping yet. Like, you got to be able to go get through that point. In that case, I do think it might end up being Chi Chi. But anyway, short review. Long hair. I don't know why. Listen, real quick. Since we are talking about drag racing, I did some drag queen shit that I learned from a drag queen, actually. So this wig, which also doubles as a ponytail, so half wig, and this long ass hair, because I wanted to custom color some hair, but I would prefer the roots to at least be to here, and they just don't make them like that. It's usually only like this much root, or it's like this. So I got this wig, which is a DE1B613, which is a platinum blonde. So this brand, the platinum blonde, is yellow-ish. So this was supposed to be powder blue, and it came out aqua because the yellow tones in blue just brought too much green to it. And secondly, why the hell do the wigs got to be so damn long? Everybody ain't a goddamn drag queen. Everybody don't want to be weavelicious. I'm like, if that hair would have been just to, I'm like, well, I'll cut it. If I would have cut it to where I wanted to cut at, I'd have cut all the damn color off. So we just motherfucking weavelicious, but it's okay because we're reviewing Drag Race, right? So I'm just, beat the mug a little bit. Add a little that color to my makeup because usually it's pretty fucking neutral and motherfucking sell the motherfucking hair, bitch. I mean, that's all I can do. But anyway, I will not be doing a recap of the review show because I fucking hate the review show. I probably ain't even gonna watch it. So I'll see y'all after the finale. Deuces.